Good evening, folks, and welcome to your Wednesday night bumper pub quiz here on the YouTube quiz channel. I think that's the first time I've ever said that, but anyway, uh, it's nice to see you all. Hope you're all keeping well out there. There we are, traditional Werdinger, all set for another 4 rounds of quizzing. Um, Starting off, we've got the usual pattern here developed now. First round's a connection round, then we've got your picture round, then third round's always a wee something different, and I'll explain that when it comes to it, and then we end off with our traditional music round. So without further ado, there we are, we're ready to get going. So I hope you're all keeping safe out there, hope everything's well with you in this mad world that we're in at the moment. So, as we say, round number one, connection round, 9 general knowledge questions. There is a connection to all the answers. And here is question number one, folks. What is the name? Excuse that wee noise. It wasn't me, it was computer. I am human. Aye. What is the name of the character played by Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible film series? What is the name of the character played by Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible film series? So yeah, as I said last week, we were waiting on the result of the US US presidential election, should I say. And I said last week, well, I didn't know because we record this on a Tuesday night what the score would be, but even on Wednesday night we didn't know what the score would be, didn't we know? But Trump doesn't still know what the score will be, does he? Yeah. Right, question number two. Who had a duet with Janet Jackson on the 1992 song The Best Things in Life Are Free? Who had a duet with Janet Jackson on the 1992 song The Best Things in Life Are Free? Are they? Really? But aye, so Trump's still kicking his, still having a wee nanny Rooney there in the White, or well, he's out on the golf course most of the time, isn't he? Probably will turn up at the Masters this weekend. Want a game of that, claiming that he's won that as well. He'll play 12 holes and then say, right, I want to stop here now. That's it. I'm in the lead, so I want to stop. Right, so that's question number two. Question number three. Which actor appeared in movies such as The St. Louis Kid, Frisco Kid, and The Oklahoma Kid? Hmm. Which actor appeared in movies such as The St. Louis Kid, Frisco Kid, and The Oklahoma Kid? Speaking about American things, American. 3 old movies there. Which actor appeared in all of them? So, aye. Anyway, Pompey came out. Pompey. Mike Pompeo came out and said, aye, it's going to be a smooth transition into the second Trump administration in January. So they're obviously still hopeful that their legal action will work. I can feel a coup coming on here. No one of these things out in the field. A coup d'etat. All right. You knew I'd say that. Right. Question number four. Which Formula One driver won his first Drivers' World Championship in 2008? Which Formula One driver won his first Drivers' World Championship in 2008? So, aye, that's a. It's been one of the weeks, isn't it? Everybody tuning into CNN as if they know it's CNN and the guy with the board, the map, which everybody was transfixed by. There's another 2,000 votes coming. Whoa. 2,000 votes in a population of what, God knows how many million. Anyway. It's just amazing the people greeting and all that at the fact of people are casting votes, man. Well, that's what happens in an election, isn't it? Right, question number five. Which English battle took place on the 14th of October, 1066? Come on. That was my arm there, wasn't it? Which English battle took place on the 14th of October, 1066? One of the ones, isn't it? People, did you get that? I don't know if I got that in history, did I? Because people say, oh, you always learn about English history, but not as much about Scottish history. I don't know if that was the case when I was at school. I don't know. Anyway, which English battle took place on the 14th of October 1066? Just a wee battle. One day. That was all it was back then. Just one day. No big long wars that went on for about 4 or 5 years and that. Or 100-year war, you know. Anyway, question number 6. Which American manufacturer of guitars and based in Memphis filed for bankruptcy protection in 2018? Which American manufacturer of guitars and based in Memphis filed for bankruptcy protection in 2018? Memphis. You always feel you've got to say Memphis, Tennessee, don't you? Tennessee. It's a great wee song. I should play that once in the playlist. Arrested Development, wasn't it? Tennessee. Anyway, we're looking for the manufacturer of the guitars. A wee swally here. Oh, it's nice and cold. In the freezer with it. Forgot to put the glass in the freezer though. I tend to forget to do that nowadays. Anyway. Right, question number 7. Who was the original presenter of the panel show Through the Keyhole? Who was the original presenter of the panel show Through the Keyhole? Which, when you think back at it, it gave housebreakers a wee opportunity to see what these rich folk had in their houses. So I was looking back on it, and some of them, Bernard Manning, I think he was in the second series. Can imagine it was all about his house to give you indications. Racist stuff. Racist. Can we film that? No, it was better. And then also in that one of these, Jimmy Savile. Most think what's in that. It's just no. But anyway, you had other ones. There was people like Bob Carroll-Cheese. Bob Carroll-Cheese was there. He got his house tanned after it. Somebody had seen it. Spotted it. Knocked, spat the dunk on. Had to find a replacement spit. Did. He wasn't even blind date for it. No blind date. Surprise for a couple of weeks because of terrible situation. You should look back and read up on it. But there was also it was some guy that was kidnapped and held hostage was it in Beirut for about a year? Imagine trying to guess him. Chains to the radiator. Is that a clue? Terry Waite. It wasn't Terry Waite. Wait, sorry. Right, question number 8. Which singer-songwriter first appeared on TV in a Christmas song competition in 1986 on Pebble Mill? He was then selected to spearhead a band in 1989. Which singer-songwriter first appeared on TV in a Christmas song, drinking too fast there, in a Christmas song competition in 1986 on Pebble Mill? He was then selected to spearhead a band in 1989. Very well known. But he's very well known. Remember Pebble Mill? Do you remember? Pebble Mill used to be on at like lunchtime on the BBC. Live from Pebble Mill. That was the one that guy talking about singing. You need to see it's a clip of him for Heidi High. And he's doing a cover of some song. But look up. It's funny. It's rotten. And he's giving that. That's no me doing a bad impression. That is how it is. And they're all entertained. Superb. That was the kind of thing that was going on. But anyway, who was the singer-songwriter when he was only a wee boy, well, a boy at the time, teenager, when he first appeared on TV in a Christmas song competition in 1986 on Pebble Mill. He was then selected to spearhead a band in 1989. He didn't win the song competition either. He got beat, and he looked like he was going to great, actually. Did. Right, question number 9. What is the largest city in Sri Lanka? What is the largest city in Sri Lanka? They were the days. Pebble Mill. Used to be at my granny's or something, having my lunch, and you would watch Pebble Mill. like a magazine show. It was like a poor, if you watched This Morning now and then you went back and watched Pebble Mill, you'd be like, what's going on? But that was the television in the 80s, you know what I mean? Didn't have the big budgets and all that. Anyway, what is the largest city in Sri Lanka? And then question 10 is, what is your connection, folks? Connection there. You see it? Yeah, a bit of time to think about it, because you can go back and have a wee look. All right. I'll go through the questions again while the music's playing, and you can send me your answers if you wish to at the end of it. It's up to you. You can do it by the usual means, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. All right. If not, and you're just playing along and you want to get the answers, they'll come at the end. All right. Right. In terms of music, let's get what we got. Oh, things are a bit slow today, G. Anyway, let's have a bit of Elbow. Why not, eh? And this is Magnificent. That's what she said.
This is where the bottle lands, where all the biggest questions meet, with little feet stood in the sand. And this is where the echoes slow to nothing on the tide, where a tiny pair of hands finds a sea-warm piece of glass and sets it as a sapphire in her mind. And there she stands, rolling both her arms around the world, a world that doesn't even know how much it needs this little girl. It's all gonna be magnificent, she says. It's all gonna be magnificent. This is where it all began, to light your mother's cigarette. Meant I got to touch her hand, and my heart, they're defrosting in again, wasn't built to beat that way. Suddenly I understand, they're on the sand, growing both their arms around the world, a world that doesn't even know
A brilliant elbow there with magnificent, she says. Right, so that was round number one. Let's move on to round number two, which is named the Scottish footballer. And the reason for this is, of course, Scotland playing that massive, massive match on Thursday night against Serbia in the Euro 2020 playoff. Yes, it's still called Euro 2020, even though it'll be next year. But we've waited ages for this game. First time we could get to a tournament since 1998. A generation of people, sort of Scots, have no idea what it's like, of the heartache and pain of playing at major championships. As many Scots before that have witnessed it have suffered. But just the sheer delight of actually qualifying now would be great, wouldn't it? It would be magnificent, as Elbow said. So, in this round, you're going to see Scottish footballers from past and present who have played for the national team. Just simply name them. Like this one. Here is your first. Who is that? Who is he? They're all male football players. We're dealing with the male national team just because of its, as I say, that massive match on Thursday night. Fingers crossed. Come on, Scotland. Come on. Come on. You can do it. No, we are. We're going to do it. Anyway, who's that? Right, number two, who's that one? A wee bit more modern? If so, but he would know what it's like to play in a major championship. He would have. Aye. Aye, that feeling. Because when, I'm 43, so I remember first World Cup I really remember was 86 in Mexico. But even then I was still I was a boy. But so 1990 Italia, aye, 13 I think I was at the time. What happened there, and then we had 92 in Sweden, and then 96 in England, and then of course 98 I was in Mallorca that year. Bedlam. There's number three. Who's he? He's just trying to hold something off that's just out a picture there. Hold it. But aye, 98. And then I remember Euro 2000 going, aye, we need to go to that. Because it was in Belgium and Holland, wasn't it? No bother. I think we'd said, my wee mate Barry, you can drive, so we'll pack everything into your motor and we'll take a tent and we'll just go there and camp. But nothing happened, did it, obviously. Nothing's happened since it. Been close a couple of times, but nothing. So this is it. This is the one. Come on. Number four. Who's that? Oh, wait. That's quite regimented there, isn't it? That's a classic Scotland tap, that one, isn't it? Love that one. Pure belter. But aye, we could do it. We can do it. You get that feeling, I know, because what is it, VAR I think is going to be used in these playoffs, isn't it? You just have that. It's going to be Scotland's going to get. We're going to score like a last minute winner and it'll be chopped off, or a last minute equaliser to take any extra time and it's chopped off for VAR. The pessimism coming over, that dark cloud coming over here. He does the Scots always know. Anyway, I'm sure come about 5 minutes before kick-off, that optimism will be, come on, man, we can do it. There's number 5. He's saying, oh, look at that. Oh, did you see that? How am I the only one wearing this embarrassing Scotland top? No, that's not a bad one. That's quite I don't know how long we had that for. I think we must only wear it a couple of times. But what your thoughts, folks? He's no bothered. Some of you's like, I don't care, Gary. I really don't care. Well, I do. if you can start getting picked up. There's a bit of a party going on in one of the. I know it's middle of November, literally, but there's a party was going on over there. I'm not going to say it, but I think they've had too much of the old day Buckfaster baby sham, and it started to kick in now. I can't right now in its glasses. You don't know whether they're greeting or they're laughing or they're happy or they're sad or they're angry. Now that way, with guys you get that clue. You know it's not going well there, but with lasses you just don't know. It could turn like that. Anyway, if a brick comes through the patio doors, then or the French door. What are they called? French doors, something like that. Anyway, there's number 6. While we're talking about that. Maybe they're arguing over who's the best looking one out of One Direction. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, I don't know who's the best one out of One Direction looking one. And it seems they might be having a. Calm down a bit now. But anyway, who's that? Lovely hair. Right, number 7. Who's that one? Why they're going to wake my boy up. Bet you the day. It's a school night and all. No, he had the COVID. Right, that's number 7. Who's that? There's number 8. You should get that one. People go, Gary, I don't watch football. I don't even know who that is. I've not had a sport football one for a while. I thought I've got to put one in just because of the importance of Thursday night. Because remember, the finals are supposed to be getting played next year, and if we qualify, then we're guaranteed 2 games at Hampden against the Czech Republic, who we beat last month, and Croatia. Now, the way the Euros work, maybe one wee win can get you into the next round. One wee win. I know. And then we would obviously as well play England down at Wembley. But there is talk that UEFA might change it and host it in just one country. Russia are favourites. We just had the World Cup, man. Anyway, he's forgot his shorts. Something's happened there. But that was a famous day. That's why. That was a famous day. No, that was Paul. I wasn't about then, no. No, I wasn't. Double check maybe. No, I wasn't there. No, I wasn't there. No, I was doing something else, cutting the grass or something. No. With one of the hudda lawnmowers. Didn't have any electricity back then. Come on, I've got a feeling for 2-1. This is how I see it play out, right? We score. We get a wee break and we score early on. Big Lyndon Dykes scores, right? And then it's all backs to the wall, right? Backs to the wall for about an hour, right? And we're hanging on, and then next minute they score. Big Savage or something scores, right? And we're like, shit. And then it's like, we're hanging on, and then Griffiths comes off the bench and we get a free kick. And it's a fair way out, but Griffiths just goes, I'm just going to have a pop here because we're on the ropes here, and I'm just going to have a wee dig for about 30 yards. Maybe 30 yards pushing that a bit anyway, but bang, into the top corner. And this time they'll give the ball to Stuart Armstrong if he's on the pitch. And we'll hold on. 2-1, that's it. Get it on. Right, there's number 10, your final one. If you just take the photograph here, this will be lovely for the papers. Lovely hair, hair blowing in the wind. It'll look well in the back of the Daily Record. Yes. I look a bit like a film star here, don't I? Don't know why I'm doing it in that sort of Sean Connery accent. I think it's taken for the Eddie Hazard sketch. Lovely long hair. You stand there, sir. Yeah, you stand in the wind. You'll look better. Anyway, that's number 10. Okay, so best of luck to Scotland, of course. Come on, come on, come on. We can do it. So that's your final one there. As I say, I'll go back through them again while a song's playing. And we'll have a bit of The Clash and Straight to Hell. Let's send Serbia straight to hell.
How's about a British jig and reel? Speaking King's English in quotation, as railhead towns feel the steel mills rust, water froze in the generation. Clear as winter ice, this is your paradise. There ain't no need for ya. There ain't no need for ya. Go straight to hell, boys. Go straight to hell, boys. Wanna join in a chorus of the Amerasian blues when it's Christmas out in Ho Chi Minh City. Kitties say Papa, 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 Papa Sam, take me home. See me got photograph of you and Mama, Mama, Mama Sam, of you and Mama, Mama, Mama Sam. Let me tell you about your blood bamboo kid. It ain't Coca-Cola, it's rice. Straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boy. Oh, Papa Sam, please take me home. Oh, Papa Sam, everybody, they wanna go home. So Mama Sam says, you wanna play mind crazed banjo on the druggy drag ragtime USA in Parkland International, hey, Junkiedom USA, where cocaine proves the purest rock man groove and rat poison. The volatile Molotov says, straight to hell. Can you cop it up loud and strong? The immigrants, they wanna sing all night long. It could be anywhere, most most likely could be any frontier, any hemisphere. In no man's land. There ain't no asylum here. King Solomon, he never lived round here. Straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boys. Go straight to hell, boy. Oh, Professor.
Clash with Straight to Hell from Combat Rock. Great wee track. Great wee album, sorry. Nothing wee about it. But anyway, I was watching it and I was listening to that name going through all the Scotland players again, and I was like, oh God, should I played something like, I don't know, Proclaimers or something? You know, that way, and you think, I should have done something Scottish. But anyway, hey, in hindsight, I've changed. I just thought, have a wee change, it was getting too warm. Right. Let's get on with your next round, folks. Round number 3, and it's millionaire questions, right? Millionaire questions. Now, the next 10 questions you're going to have all been, so it's going to be a bit tough. They've all been £1 million questions on who wants to be a millionaire. Yes, indeed. So if you're ready, we will get this part of it underway. So here we go. Okay, getting myself lost there. So here is your first question. So these were all, as I say, £1 million questions on previous Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, all the British ones. So here is question 1. Which county cricket side are based at Chesterley Street? Which county cricket side are based at Chesterley Street? Is it A, Warwickshire, B, Durham, C, Northants, or D, Leicestershire? Hey, who is that? Now that bit that plays in it. I don't know if I've got that. Try see if I've got that. Now that bit where it goes does that. No. There is a now when it's the question, you're sitting there and you're going, is it that? Boom boom. No. Anyway. So which county cricket side play at Chesterley Street? Is it A, Warwickshire, B, Durham, C, Northants, or D, Leicestershire? Number 2. Which king was married to Eleanor of Aquitaine? Which king was married to Eleanor of Aquitaine? Was it A, Henry I, B, Henry II, C, Richard I, or D, Henry V? Which king was married to Eleanor of Aquitaine? A, Henry I, B, Henry II, C, Richard I, or D, Henry V? Oh, sorry, I've no lifelines left. Well, you can phone a friend. I don't know. It's up to you. You can look it up on your Wikipedia. It's up to you. That's cheating, isn't it? Straight to hell. Right. Okay. If you want to pause it, you can do that to take a wee bit of time to think. Question number 3. Tomáš Masaryk was the first president of which country? Was it A, Czechoslovakia, B, Poland, C, Hungary, or D, Yugoslavia? Thomas or Tomasz Masaryk was the first president of which country? A. Czechoslovakia, B. Poland, C. Hungary, D. Yugoslavia. Bum, bum. I always think if that was you in that position there, you've no lifelines left, right? This is you. You go to the £1,000,000 question, you've no lifelines left, and you're hit with that question. Now, for me, I could rule out two of them definitely. And I'm being honest with you, I'm thinking I'm swayed with one. I know the answer now, you know. It's alright, Gary, you can say that now that you know the answers, but I did go through these myself. And I did pretty well. Actually, the website that I got them for actually recommended that I should actually go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Quite practically said I was a genius. Oh, there it is. I'll admit that. That's the dishwasher kicking back into action there. Oh no, what's happened? Oh, there we are. Right, question number 4. Which scientific unit is named after an Italian nobleman? Is it A. Pascal, B. Ohm, C. Volt, or D. Hertz? Which scientific unit is named after an Italian nobleman? A. Pascal, B. Ohm, C. Volt, or is it D. Hertz? The hire company, car hire company. Gotta be them. They're a car hire company. They are, aren't they? It's taking a bit longer than usual, that. There we go. Oh, right. Don't know why I do that. Right, question number 5. Which of these is not one of the American Triple Crown horse races? Is it A, the Arlington Million, B, the Belmont Stakes, C, the Kentucky Derby, or D, the Preakness Stakes? Which of these is not one of the American Triple Crown races? A, Arlington Million, B, Belmont Stakes, the C, Kentucky Derby, or D, the Preakness Stakes? Of course, if you were watching, it was at the weekend there, it was the Breeders' Cup in America at Keeneland. And the Europeans did very well. Very, very well. In fact, usually dominated by Ian O'Brien. He had 1 or 2 winners, I think. But no, people like James Fanshawe won and all that. Very good. Well done, James. As I say, these are all questions that have been posed on by Chris Tarrant or Jeremy Clarkson on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as the £1,000,000 questions. Question number 6. Which boxer was famous for striking the gong in the introduction to J. Arthur Rank films? Was it A. Bombardier Billy Wells, B. Freddie Mills, C. Terry Spinks, or D. Don Cockle? Which boxer was famous for striking the gong in the introduction to J. Arthur Rank films? A. Bombardier Billy Wells, D. Freddie Mills, C. Terry Spinks, or D. Don Cockle? Is that where you get that saying that's a Rank movie? I'm not watching that movie, it's Rank. Okay. Okay, question number 7. Which of these UK Prime Ministers never served as Foreign Secretary? Was it A. Winston Churchill, B. Alec Douglas Hume, C. Anthony Eden, or D. Harold Macmillan? Which of these UK Prime Ministers never served as Foreign Secretary? A. Winston Churchill, B. Alec Douglas Hume, C. Anthony Eden, or D. Harold Macmillan? See, I would be one political question. I wouldn't mind that coming up. But if I had to, I would. When I did this earlier, I hazarded a guess in it and I got it right. But that was a guess. If I was sitting there with no lifelines, no chance. No chance would I take a guess on that. The previous one about the Triple Crown I would have went for, absolutely. But that one. Question 8. Which of these people was born the same year as Queen Elizabeth II? Was it A. Audrey Hepburn, B. Judy Garland, C. Julie Andrews, or D. Marilyn Monroe? Which of these people was born the same year as Queen Elizabeth II? A. Audrey Hepburn, B. Judy Garland, C. Julie Andrews, or D. Marilyn Monroe? It's a good one, that. I think I do remember that one coming up. I think I watched this one. Now, all the ones that you see here wasn't necessarily the answered them. Some of them bailed out here and went, nah, I don't know, I'll take the money, mate. Some of them did answer and got it right. Don't know. Is anybody? I think there was a couple of them that I was checking that they actually went for it and got it right. Oh, that was a celebrity one. It was him, Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. I've not put the question in, by the way, because it was disputed. And I think it was the motto. What's the motto for America? And they went with the answer and they got it right. And then they went, oh, right, okay. But then somebody, I think, wrote into them and said, actually, the question's not that great because it's disputed because there is two mottos. So they actually gave them the money. It was all for charity, of course. Right, question number 9. In the history of motorsport, which of these iconic races was staged first? Was it A. Le Mans 24 Hours, B. Monaco Grand Prix, C. the Indy 500, the Indianapolis 500, or D. the Isle of Man TT? In the history of motorsport, which of these iconic races was staged first? A. Le Mans 24 Hours, B. the Monaco Grand Prix, C. Indy 500, or D. the Isle of Man TT? Sorry, I just wanted to go back there. Sometimes I go in a question and I think, did I actually read that out? Because I fucking blather on, aren't I? Been on the drill before I come on here. I save up all my talking because who else can I talk to? Well, I've got Missy's and the wee man, of course, but you know, and then you're talking at work sometimes, but let's just keep it all up and save it all up for a Sunday afternoon and a midweek night for the quiz. You don't answer me back, so that's good. Right, question 10. In 1718, which pirate died in a battle off the coast of what is now North Carolina? Was it A. Calico Jack, B. Blackbeard, C. Bartholomew Roberts, or D. Captain Kidd? In 1718, which pirate died in a battle off the coast of what is now North Carolina? A. Calico Jack, B. Blackbeard, C. Bartholomew Roberts, or D. Captain Kidd? Is it Calico Jack? Calico Jack. Calico. Go with Calico. Alright. That man might stick in the memory of me a bit more, maybe. No? Anyway. Right, okay. As I've done with the previous rounds, you'll see the questions flick back through before we get on to our last round. And for the moment, we will go back and hear a bit of music. And here's a wee track, a nice wee track. This is Fleet Foxes. And since we are getting to that time of year, this is a White Winter Hymnal.
I was following the eye, 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 was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turn round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in summertime.
Sorry there. I didn't realise how short that song was when I was, not going quick enough for all the questions to come through. But anyway, there you go. Right, okay, we move on to your last round, folks, which is, as per usual, your music round. Name the song, artist, and year. These were new entries on this week's Top 40. Now, if you didn't know, but I do have to check all the music out before we actually even do this, and just to see if anything's blocked. And three tracks were blocked. So this week we are missing out on Oasis's Wonderwall, Queens of the Stone Age with No One Knows, cracking track, sorry, couldn't play it, and Duran Duran Rio. Yep, so they were all new entries in this week's Top 40 in years gone by, but I'm not obliged to play them because Mr. YouTube here said, no, you're blocked. So, anyway, these are the ones that weren't blocked. So you're going to hear 10 tracks. As I say, name the artist, the song, and the year this was a new entry in the Top 40. So let's get your first track up and running. Here we go. A point for each one.
Being beat up and battered around, been stained up and I've been shut down. You're the best thing that I've ever found. Handle me with care. Reputations changeable, situations.
Okay, so that is question number 1 there. Remember, you can rewind it back yourself and listen to it again. That's up to you. Let's move on to 2. Name the song, artist, and year. This was a new entry in the Top 40. Yeah. Right, so that was number 2. Here we go with 3. Quite naturally.
The angry voice is raised in vain. The feeling deep inside of pain. Sometimes I think it's not worthwhile, until once more I see you smile.
Wow. Right, that was 3. Let's move on to number 4 now. Same applies here. Name the song, artist, and the year. This was a new entry at the Top 40.
Cities, buildings falling down, satellites come crashing down. I see them falling out the sky like eagles, middle glass and shattered eagles. But in a corner of the world, we need to laugh and drink and plan our sequels. Caught in the alleyways and bars, downtown up from here to there, can we?
Okay, so that was number 4. Just say to you, it was quite tough this week, I have to say, going through all the charts for the past 40 odd, more than that, 50 odd years, and finding decent new entries in the charts this week and years gone by. Anyway, as I say, some of them are blocked. But anyway, here is number 5. Number 5 for you, folks. So that's number 5. We move on to number 6 now. Here we go. Spooky. Right, number 7 now. Number 7, here we go.
Wish they hadn't seen you walk away and heard me beg you stay, please stay. Why did we choose this crowded place? They all know it, 'cause I show it here.
Okay, that's number 7, folk. Name the song, artist, and the year it was a new entry in this week's top 40. Number 8, 3 more to go. Here we go. Okay, so that was number 8. Here is your penultimate one, number 9, folks. Number 9. So that was number 9, and here is your final one of it, and it's a very good one to end off with. Number 10. Classic track to end it off there. Okay, so that was number 10, folks. That was your last one there. Remember, name the song, artist, and the year. It was a new entry in this week's chart, as you already know that. Okay, right. You can rewind them back if you want to hear them again. In the meantime, it's only one track I'm playing at the moment. Brilliant.
Monday should take the world from you.
Superb Jungle, of course, with Heavy California. Right, let's get to your answers. As I say, hopefully you've submitted to them. I forgot to say that to you, but I'll just, if you want to do it now, no, okay, right, we're going. We're heading for it. We're heading for your answers. Right, round one, connections. Here we go. Question one, what is the name of the character played by Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible film series? That is Ethan Hunt. Question two, who had a duet with Janet Jackson on the 1992 song The Best Things in Life Are Free? That was Luther Vandross. Question three, which actor appeared in movies such as The St. Louis Kid, Frisco Kid and The Oklahoma Kid? That was James Cagney. Question four, which F1 driver won his first Drivers' World Championships in 2008? That was Lewis Hamilton. Question 5, which English battle took place on the 14th of October 1066? That was the Battle of Hastings. Question 6, which American manufacturer of guitars and based in Memphis filed for bankruptcy protection in 2018? That was Gibson. Question 7, who was the original presenter of the panel show Through the Keyhole? That was David Frost. Question 8, which singer-songwriter first appeared on TV in a Christmas song competition in 1986 on Pebble Mill? He was then selected to spearhead a band in 1989. That was Gary Barlow, of course. And question 9, what is the capital city of Sri Lanka? Or the largest city of Sri Lanka is Colombo. What is your connection? Fictional TV cops. Hunt, who was in Ashes to Ashes, etc. And the other one. Luther. Cagney, part of course, Cagney and Lacey. Lewis, and he was in Inspector Morse as well, wasn't he? Hastings from Line of Duty, played by Adrian Dunbar. Brilliant. Gibson, That's from The Fall. Frost from Touch of Frost, of course. Barlow from Z Cars. And Colombo. Different wee spelling there, I know, for the actual city, but you go to the Just Eight, didn't you? Did you? Don't know. Okay. Right, let's get to your picture rounds. Scottish footballers. Number 1, Danny McGrain. Number 2, Colin Calderwood. Number 3, Neil Sullivan, the goalkeeper. Number 4 is Big Tam Forsyth. 5 is Darren Fletcher. 6 is Gordon McQueen. 7, Graham Sharp, the Everton striker, of course. Or former Everton striker. 8 is our current captain, Andy Robertson. 9 is Big Slim, it's Jim Baxter. And number 10, windswept and interesting, Davy Hay. So let's clarify those answers for you. There they are. Okay. Right. Your next round was the round 3 millionaire answers. Question 1, which county cricket side are based at Chesterley Street? It was B. Durham. Question 2, which king was married to Eleanor of Aquitaine? That was B. Henry II. Question 3, Tomasz Marasek was the first president of which country? It was A. Czechoslovakia. Question 4, which scientific unit is named after an Italian nobleman? That is C. Voltaire. 5, which of these is not one of the American Triple Crown horse races? That's A. the Arlington Million. 6, which boxer was famous for striking the gong in the introduction to the J. Arthur Rank films? That was A. Bombardier Billy Wells. Question 7, which of these UK Prime Ministers never served as Foreign Secretary? It was A again, it was Winston Churchill. Question 8, which of these people was born in the same year as Queen Elizabeth II? It was D. Marilyn Monroe. Question 9, in the history of motorsport, which of these iconic races was staged first? It was D. the Isle of Man TT. And question 10, which was the most recent millionaire question, in 1718, which pirate died in a battle off the coast of what is now North Carolina? It was B. Blackbeard. Which I kind of go, to be honest. Anyway, right, let's get to your music round and go through them for you. Right, here is your first one, which was this. Remember, it's a point for each one. So a point for Handle with Care, which is the name of the song. Point for Travelling Wilburys. And the year that was released was 1988. In fact, 1988. Yeah. Right, number 2. Yeah, it's actually one of the Rolling Stones' actually better later hits. That is Undercover of the Night, brackets, but also except Undercover, of course, by the Stones, and that was released in 1983 for that one. Number 3.
The angry voice is raised.
That is Val Doonican with What Would I Be, which was released which was a new entry, in 1966.
Cities, buildings falling down, satellites come crashing down.
That's number 4. That is, of course, Simple Minds with Ghost Dancing, and that was a new entry in this week's charts in 1986. Number 5. Just reminds me of Smash Aid Nicey, that it's Bachman Turner Overdrive with You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, which was a new entry in this week's charts in 1974, folks. 1974. Number 6. probably do know that song. It's the theme from Harry's Game, which was Clanad. And that was a new entry in this week's charts in 1982. It was sampled more recently by Chicane as a dance track. Right, number 7.
Wish they hadn't seen you walk.
That is the Dave Clark 5. The Dave Clark 5 with Everybody Knows Today. And they did. And that was a new entry in 1967. Number 8. That is the Kaiser Chiefs with I Predict a Riot, which was a new entry in this week's charts in 2004. 2004, God, that long back. Number 9. That is T-Rex with Jeepster, which was a new entry in this week's charts in 1971, folks. And your last one. That was the Magnificent James with Laid, and that was a new entry in this week's charts in 1993. 1993, yes. Clarifications on them, folks. There you go. So the last one was the band James, Laid, 1983. All right. Are you satisfied with that? No? Okay. The years can be a pain, can't they? I know. Right, that is it, folks. That is it for another week. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. with another one of these quizzes for you. I will be also back on Sunday at 11 o'clock for the Twitch radio show from 11 to 1. So please join me if you can. Links will be available via social media. And, well, in the meantime, folks,
Now I'd like to say goodbye to all my fellow friends. And if you like this shit on here, I'll see your ass again.
I certainly will indeed, folks. You stay safe, and I hope you have a lovely remainder of the week. Come on, Scotland!